Hey everyone, so today I'm doing something a little bit different. I'm going to do a wetsuit review. The wetsuits that I'm reviewing today is Matuse. It's a company in the US. They're called Matuse, M-A-T-U-S-E. And I'm going to do a review because I initially did an unboxing video and I videoed the whole thing, spoke about my first impressions, took it out the plastic, showed the camera exactly what it looks like, what it feels like, and then when I went to go review the footage, because I used my GoPro camera as a point of view, so I had it on my chest mount and I was actually doing it as a first person like view. And then when I reviewed the footage, there was no sound, so something happened with the sound, but there was video, so it actually renders the whole video pointless because you basically want to hear what I say. So thanks GoPro. The sound was working for the first minute of the video and then it just cut out, so that's a GoPro issue. So I'm sorry for that, but I have used these suits now and I do have a couple things that I could mention about it. First things first about Matuse Wetsuits, the one I want to review in the beginning is the Tumo, and it's a 4-3 hooded wetsuit. And first things first, it's incredible quality. I've been an ocean person my whole life and I've used wetsuits since the beginning, and I can tell you without a doubt this is by far the best quality wetsuit that I've ever used, that I've ever seen, that I've ever felt. The craftsmanship of these wetsuits is second to none. It really is a work of art, and the reason why I say that is the quality feels so premium. It's super stretchy, but it's firm, if that makes sense. Like, it's stretchy, but it's very firm. And I think this company uses a material called geoprene opposed to neoprene, which is what most wetsuit companies use, is neoprene. This is called geoprene, and if I'm not mistaken, it's made out of limestone, and it's not oil based, which is really good. And what that means is that the material is extremely stretchy but super durable. It allows almost no water to penetrate this, and this being a 4-3, it keeps you so warm, it keeps you so toasty, almost that I can't even use it where I live because the water isn't really that cold here. And the reason why I opted for this suit is because I do a couple trips to Cape Town, and that's where the water is really cold, and that's where this wetsuit would be ideal. But I think I would also be able to get away with this wetsuit in midwinter where I live, because not so much because the water is freezing, but the weather, the wind, the temperatures can get quite cold. So maybe on the coldest days I'll be able to get away with this wetsuit. I also like it because there's a hoodie, and because I'm an ocean photographer, I'm not paddling around as much as surfers would, so I wouldn't get as hot in this suit. And I opted for the hoodie is because when it's those offshore morning winds, your ears get really cold, and because I'm swimming in the water, it's just my head that's exposed most of the time, so the hoodie really helps with that. Another thing I would like to mention is the craftsmanship of these suits. So everything from the stitching to the sealing to the zips to the logo placements, everything is done so well. There's almost zero loose ends, where I've seen loose ends in a lot of different other suits where there's a loose end, and with this wetsuit if there's one I would be surprised, but everything seems so well designed and well put together that it's blown me away. Seriously, it's really incredible to see a wetsuit company put so much effort into the details of the wetsuit. This one being the 4-3, like I mentioned before, it's so warm. So if you are a surfer or someone that would need a wetsuit, and because of the water temperatures being really cold, the 4.3 is probably your best bet. I can imagine this keeping you warm in the coldest temperatures. And I know they'd have even a 5 more suits, 6 more suits, so whatever you need, I'm pretty sure they have. Another thing I would like to mention is the zips and just the other attachments, like the this part that makes it tighter and looser. It's all really good quality. You can see that they didn't skimp out on the smaller accessories to the wetsuit, especially the zips. I've noticed in other wetsuit companies that they go for zips that are, I guess, a lot cheaper, but this one it's just robust plastic. Like it's obviously you can't really have you don't want to have metal zips because of the salt water and stuff, but this plastic zip is so high quality. Like it's not easy to zip up and zip down. Like you need to have some kind of effort to put these zips on and off, and I think that's good because it shows you the quality. It's not going to get stuck. It's not going to break. It really has been put together so well. So I'm very impressed with the quality of Matuse wetsuits. But that being said, your wetsuits need to be maintained. So after every session, you need to thoroughly rinse these suits with fresh water. Not just for 1 minute, but like for at least 5 minutes, in and out, completely rinse it, get all the salt off, because salt over time, it is really not good for anything. So definitely well maintained suits will last a lifetime, especially Matuse wetsuits. I think if you look after your suits, it will last a lifetime. I've heard of wetsuits lasting 10-15 years. Another wetsuit that I did get, and this is something that I would probably use more often from where I am, because the water is a lot warmer, is the Dante. And the Dante I got is a short arm, long leg. And again, the craftsmanship, the way this wetsuit's been put together, the feel, the stretchy part of it, everything is done so well. And this one is a GeoFlex. So I think it's maybe a little bit different to the Geopreme, but again, it's so stretchy, but it's firm. The zips also really high quality zips. The seals have been done perfectly. There's no openings anywhere where the water can get through, and by putting these wetsuits on, I can tell you that it feels so good to have them on. It's super easy to maneuver yourself. It isn't restricting. There's hardly any water that gets in, especially the 4.3. I don't feel any water come in. Sometimes I have to actually let water in because it gets so warm. But this one, it almost feels like you're in baggies, to be honest, because you get the comfort of not feeling as cold as you would be in board shorts, but you have the freedom of the flexibility that the suit allows. So it's so good. Overall, I'm so happy with these suits, and I can see me using these suits as long as possible. So in my opinion, it's better to spend a little bit extra on the wetsuit so that it lasts a long time. It's better to buy once and for it to last 10-15 years than to buy something that's maybe half the price, but you're going to have to replace it every 2-3 years. So I would go for the premium quality wetsuits, especially if you use it every day. I mean, you can't go wrong with it. So if you guys want to check it out, there's the link in the description to their website. I'm sure that they are having sales every now and again that you can have a look at, and they are very helpful. Their customer service is second to none. They are really looking after their clients and the people that get wetsuits. They look after you. So if you want to check them out, the link is in the description, and just give it a go. You can't go wrong with these wetsuits. They are so high quality, they feel amazing. The way they put the wetsuit together, the stitching, the knee pads, the zips, the feel, the look, is just so good. And not to mention, their logo is pretty cool. And the way they've put the logos is really cool. I mean, it's super visible on the chest, on the back, on the hood. They've got Tumo on the shoulder there. They've got Matuse on the arm there. They've got Geopreme on the wrist there. Yeah, I'm very impressed with these suits. I can't wait to get these back in the water, and yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Let me know if there's anything I left out. If you are more familiar with each wetsuit than I am, if I've missed anything, let me know in the comments. For anyone else that is curious about these suits, and yeah, thank you so much. Have a lucky day.